Hi, everybody. I'm Billy Morgan, joined by Anna K. Clark, the GAC Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Anna K., and thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Well, let's start off by talking about this award. Obviously, it's a tremendous honor for you, information systems major, 3.98 GPA, and with the task of competing in college track with the javelin, and then also excelling in the classroom. Just talk about the challenge of that and what this award means to you.
Yeah, so this award is a great honor. I'm very thankful. And as far as balancing classroom and track throughout my 4 years at Harding, it was a challenge, obviously, at times because both can be pretty demanding. But I just was able to, find the little times throughout the day or taking advantage of little opportunities to try and time manage with both of those things and get everything done that I needed to get done. Just because I knew that I wanted to be able to give the attention that I wanted to give to both. And that was able to kind of drive me to just kind of like hone in on what I need to get done and power through and so I could get it done so that I could have time for all the things that I wanted to be invested in. So.
And then how important also was it with the things that you did away from the classroom, away also from competing with the track team, because you were so involved with leadership from the time you got to campus. Just tell me about some of the things and how that helped your time at Harding.
Yeah, so I was pretty involved in my social club at Harding, and I served as a Devo director for a semester. And those things were just very important to me because I feel like if everything was just school and track, it would be kind of hard to have motivation, and those kind of things were able to uplift me and keep me just keep it lighthearted throughout my college experience. And I even had some overlap with that. I had friends on track that were part of my club or that were in my classes together too. And so I just think, especially with Harding being the size that it is, it was really great to kind of have people in all of my areas of life and also overlap with that. And those things are really important to me because, if I was just stuck with my classwork, classmates or stuck with my teammates, my reach was going to be pretty limited. So I wanted to try and be involved in as many things outside of those as well so that I could have a bigger impact.
I want to talk about your accomplishments with track and field, but one more thing I want to talk about is the leadership that you're talking about right now, and I think that corresponds right along with your success in the classroom. You are also women's track and field captain. I know that's a huge honor.
Yes, that was awesome. And I didn't take that lightly. And I luckily have had a lot of good leader examples come before me that I was kind of able to follow the example that they set. And, my mindset with that was, yes, I'm a leader, but the best leadership is done through service. So I kind of just tried to, be there for my teammates and be a good encourager and set an example in my own actions and lead in that way.
16 career event victories. If you can talk about one or two, or as many as you want to, that stand out to you, that will always be a great memory for you.
For sure, my conference sophomore year, that was one of my favorite, just because I have a freshman year, you're kind of figuring things out. And then sophomore year, you can have a little bit more confidence going into every competition. And I was able to have a new personal best at that meet. And so it's hard to beat a feeling of getting a personal best. And so that was really awesome to be able to do that and also be able to get those points for my team and have a victory at conference and kind of like end the season that way. So that was for sure my favorite victory, I think.
Well, you have to go back and remember this one as well. You broke your own school record on the last time to throw the javelin in your career, and that came in the sixth round of nationals this past year. What was that like?
It was relief because the victory I just mentioned a minute ago, that was the last time. Well, I had one more personal best improvement from that, but like I had kind of been in a slump since that meet from my sophomore year. And so both my junior and senior season were both kind of discouraging, just meet after meet, not getting the marks that I was hoping for. And I just kind of had to remind myself, like, you have to focus in, like, this is nationals, this is your last meet, like, that javelin's going to leave your hand for the last time. And like, you need to, I just really wanted to do so well. And I think the want and the drive for doing that kind of helped me actually attain that goal. And I just, instead of thinking and trying so hard, I just kind of was like, all right, you know what you're doing. You've done this for 8 years now. Just send it. And so that was kind of my mindset at nationals. And, obviously it being a big meet can hype up my adrenaline. And so I think it was just the right setting and circumstances. And it was a big feeling of relief after a lot of um, not meeting the marks that I wanted to meet. So
In the 2024 NCAA Division II National Championship, another great performance for you. You placed in the top 8 nationally for the second time, and the GAC meets. Tell me more about that, because you were dominant in that in winning the javelin 4 straight years.
yeah, that was very nice. I liked, not every meet the whole team is there. There are a lot of meets that we would take people to different meets on the same weekend, or some people would have off weeks. So the conference meets every year just were always such a great atmosphere. And it was so fun getting to be there with the whole team and, encouraging your teammates alongside you. And I think just the feeling of knowing like your team is really counting on you, like obviously all the meets throughout the season matter, but like conference is where it's going to count the most. And so it was always really nice to go into conference knowing like, all right, now's the time to kind of show up and show out, and like the team is counting on you. So remember that and kind of let that fuel how you perform. And so that was kind of my mindset for every conference competition. And it was pretty rewarding to be able to seal a victory in javelin for my team every year.
With all of the honors, obviously All American. This award we're talking about is as well GAC Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, and your accomplishments, team captain. I know Coach Don Hood meant a lot to you during your time, and obviously had a lot of confidence in you with you being team captain. Just comment about Coach.
I couldn't ask for a better coach. I mean, he is exactly what I could have asked for. And he was very good about, one of the things he talked about was a stool analogy with 3 stools or 3 legs of a stool, and one of them being sports, one of them being academic, and one of them being spiritual. And I think his mindset for life was very compatible with mine, and that helped us be able to have a really good relationship and let me have the kind of atmosphere that I would want as part of being a team. And yeah, it was just, he's great, and we were able to have a really great relationship, and I'll be with him another year as a grad assistant next year, so that's exciting.
How important is Harding University to you? I talked earlier about your leadership and everything that you have done while at Harding. Church service, I know, is so important to you. You were such a big leader with that. Just tell me about the experience of coming from Hoover, Alabama, to Searcy, Arkansas, and being such a huge part of Harding University.
Yeah, so before making my decision to come to Harding, I had older family members and friends from church that I knew of that went to Harding, and everyone just had such positive things to say. And so I was really looking forward to it. And my brother kind of described it as it's like the friends we have in high school, except everyone on campus is like that, rather than just your small friend group of the people that you're like-minded with. It's an entire campus. And that rang true from the moment I stepped on campus. I love the community, and I just think it's something really rare that you can't get anywhere else. And so I was very thankful and appreciative of the time that I had there, and kind of tried to soak it up and remind myself that that's not going to be the reality when I one day have to leave. And so I was able to kind of have a mindset of trying to make the most of my experience there. And I loved being able to be involved because, sometimes you expect that you think you're blessing other people by leading or serving, but in the end, it blesses you so much more. And that was for sure my experience.
Are you going to miss competing? I know you talked about your teammates and of course, Coach Hood. Um, are you going to miss that competition?
I will for sure miss it. I think there will be days when I don't, but there will be days when I really do. But I think this opportunity of being able to be around for another year and watch my teammates continue to compete and stuff, I think that'll be a nice transition out of still being able to be part of the team for a bit and being able to kind of live through them instead of just having a cold cut from track not being a part of my life anymore. So I think it'll be a seemingly decent transition out, but I will miss it. And I'll try to find ways to be competitive, already have myself signed up for a half marathon in December. So we're just making it work somehow or another.
Now you've mentioned what you're going to be doing next year with Harding Track. Just tell me about what is next, even beyond that, that you see in your future for Anna K. Clark and what your goals are.
Yeah. So obviously for this next year, being a grad assistant with the team, hopefully be able to continue being an encourager and a leader and kind of helping everyone reach their full potential as an athlete. And after that, I plan to head back home to Birmingham, and I have a job lined up to be an auditor with a firm back home. And I'm going to get back involved in my home church since I haven't really been there since being in college. And I'm just looking forward to being around my family and being back with my home church and starting a new career. So,
well, Anna K. Clark, GAC Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. Again, congratulations. We wish you all the best, and we'll see you very soon.
thank you.